Alright, so I'm guessing with Stomping Ground Go, this is probably a Valakut Titan deck. Because the Naya Burn deck would very unlikely play Stomping Ground Go. A Jund deck would play turn 1 Inquisition. Yep. Dude, I'm calling him today. So one of the tricks that we can do with this deck is Violin to play a Flicker Wisp to exile a land to keep them off doing their shenanigans. We don't have a Vial though. We do have a Thalia. Question is, do you want to cast Thalia and attack for 1? Or do we want to cast Thalia, play Temple Garden tapped, and pass? So I think I want to not trade 2 damage for 1 damage. We might not have to next turn either, depending on what we draw. See, maybe we'll get the point in now. We'd also keep this hidden. It's okay, we don't have to. I like holding the township as long as possible usually, just to disguise it, and also in some matchups to protect it from things like Ghost Quarter. Because if the opponent doesn't know that it's coming, they're not going to play around it. Whereas if it's on the battlefield, then they'll know, uh-oh, I have to play around this. But in this spot, we'd have to take damage from our Temple Garden or our Canopy, or miss an attack with the Noble. So just decided to play it. Disguising the information is only worth so much. It's not worth actually taking real damage. So we're just going to get chump blocked with the Tribe Elder, unfortunately. We could Flicker Wisp the Tribe Elder to get 3 damage in. I think I like that line the best. The other play is to play Ooze and eat the Tribe Elder after it blocks. It does not seem as good. So this either forces the opponent to sack it now, or to sack it to basically miss a block with it. Take 3, go to 16. Now our board is extremely vulnerable to removal. A bunch of 1 toughness creatures. Arc Lightning, killer board. It could be Anger, it could be Titan. Okay, that's another Tribe Elder. You're at 5 mountains, so that would be 6. So you could actually just kill a creature now. Does look like that's what's happening, so you can kill Thalia and cast a 3 mana spell. Most likely scenario. No? Okay. There are 3 in hand, so this deck has to keep hands that are just lands and accelerants, like Tribe Elder, Farseek. So given that the opponent didn't play a Titan last turn, leads me to believe they don't have a Titan in hand. Probably doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to figure that one out. So given that, I think that our line is attack for 3, and then play Ooze, eat double Tribe Elder, so that goes to 4, and then we Ghost Quarter the Valakut. I think that's the line. So another reason the opponent might have killed the Flicker Wisp instead of the Thalia, also because, Thalia is legendary, we could just play another one if we have one, which we do. It's to protect against Restoration Angel, because we could do the shenanigans I was talking about with the Flicker Wisp with the Angel, in addition to the Vial. So we could flicker out the Valakut, so then they play them out and they don't get the value out of it. So we're gonna kill the Valakut. Then we play Scavenging Ooze. They might as well on the upkeep do it. So that if they bolt, they have to waste a mana on their turn, which is really not going to be relevant, but because it's 2 mana. Do an upkeep so they can't draw it. So now Ooze is out of range of Bolt and Anger of the Gods. They don't have a Valakut anymore. And now our plan is to just flood them out. We could accelerate our clock. Not really. By activating the Township. Because right now, if we remove the Flicker Wisp, make it a 5/5, that's 5, 6, 7. Puts the opponent to 5. Or we could activate Township, get 8, puts the opponent to 4. I think I like just eating the Flicker Wisp and drawing a card off the canopy. So given that we're going to draw a card off the canopy, we can do it first. There's your Flicker Wisp, okay. Which doesn't really help us. Let's see, so I want to make it lethal so that if the opponent draws Anger of the Gods, then the Ooze is still lethal. So if we attack for 6, puts in the 6, it would not be lethal, so we have to eat a creature to make it lethal. So we'll attack. Uh-oh, is this a Through the Breach for a Titan? Summoning Trap. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Scooby. Okay. Whew. That was, disaster averted. So take 2. Now I could make Ooze into a 6/6, which isn't really going to help us, I don't think. If they draw a Valakut, they play it, then they sack the Mire, deal 3 damage. I think that... I think that I'm going to want to activate it twice, then I'm probably going to want to activate Township next turn. So might as well just do it now. And that's it. I am representing lethal next turn because I could go Canopy, activate Township. And they drew Primeval Titan. That's a good one to draw. We're at 24. We don't have Path to Exile. Looks like our Ooze is dead. Vile, that's not helpful. I think we need to... So we're not in a position to flicker out the Titan. The Titan's basically going to decimate our board. Let's see. Deals 18. So we're dead to like a mountain. I think we have to try to get the Path to Exile, even though that'll trigger the Valakuts. We're kind of in a really rough spot at this point. Kind of in desperation mode, I guess. Okay, that doesn't help us. Yeah, I think we're just in like really rough spot here. Yeah, we had to fade that one turn of drawing the Titan. Did not work. Okay. Oh. Well, I think this one's pretty much over. Well then, through the breach. That one's good. I think this is a matchup where we want the Tech Edge, Life from the Loam package. Finks can survive. It won't survive Anger of the Gods, but it'll survive a lot of the other stuff. Rest in Peace doesn't do anything. Stony doesn't do anything. Sunlance doesn't do anything. We're not going to kill Tribe Elders. This will turn off the Tribe Elders, but the fact that it's 4 mana doesn't really match up well. Dismember can sometimes kill a Titan, but usually the damage is done. Like if they block with their Titan, it'll kill it. So it's like a reasonable card. Scavenging Ooze is also a reasonable card. Just our stuff dies and it, gets big. Sometimes gets us out of range of dying to a Valakut. Path to Exile can backfire, but I think we need it against Primeval Titan. Pride Mage can kill if they have a Colony Heart Expedition or Prismatic Omen. Does not look like this build has those, so it's just an Exalted Grizzly Bear. Not good enough. Thalia takes them off the ramp spells. Arbiter is our best card. Splicer's a clock. Angel does some nice stuff. Really, we want to get on this Life from the Loam package with these land destruction spells. And Teague can buy us some time. Question is, what do we want to get rid of? Witness can get back a land destruction spell, so that's why it's good. So I think it's between Flicker Wisp and Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze can get big if they kill all our other creatures, as we saw that game, and it can gain us some incidental life, but it's not really doing anything. Whereas Flicker Wisp, with like Vile Tricks and Angel Tricks, it could actually legitimately, lock the opponent out. So I think this is where we want to be. We might re-sideboard depending on what we see from the opponent this game. But I think I like Flicker Wisp. is a little awkward draw, but if we draw a land here, this is just so good. And if we don't, we have the Vial. So we'll at least get to play the Arbiter on turn 3 at the latest, assuming the Vial survives, which it usually does in this matchup. If we could draw a Ghost Quarter here, that would be great. So we get turn 2 Arbiter, and then be able to follow it up with a Ghost Quarter. And if we do another Ghost Quarter, that's acceptable. I'll allow it. Now I kind of feel like I want to do this at a strange time, just to be like, It's like, so he's like, what is he doing here? What can he do for 1 mana? Oh, nothing. He's just being stupid. So next turn, when we vial in the Arbiter in response in the same way, the opponent's just going to be like, are you just being stupid again? It's like, no, I'm actually just, you're sacking your Tribe Elder and I'm blowing you out. Opponent plays around it. Wisely. Yeah, it's a turn too late. Would have been nice to get that down last turn against this Foothills and Tribe Elder. C'est la vie. So now this is an interesting interaction. I can play the Arbiter, and then if it dies to Anger of the Gods, we're just out of luck. But if it dies to anything else, like Lightning Bolt or Pyroclasm, the next turn we can do this thing where we tap our Vial on 3, Witness, get back Arbiter from the graveyard, Vial into play Arbiter. This would be pretty sweet. Question is, do we Vial or do we Path? I guess I'll leave up Path instead of leaving up Vial. I think I want to do this now. So like the risk is that we get Anger of the Gods and lose our Arbiter for good, and that will make us sad. The upside is that if the opponent plays like a fetch land, they can just pass and like sit on it. And then if we activate the Vial, they could fetch in response. Or same with Huntmaster of the Fells. Huntmaster of the Smells. That's what I call him. So, enters the battlefield, make a 2/2 wolf, and gain 2 life. As much as I don't like the idea of ramping the opponent's mana, I like the idea of giving the opponent a Huntmaster even less. Maybe we could bait the opponent into blocking, like if we go flicker your token, attack with Arbiter, the opponent might be like holding a Primeval Titan or something, and they're like, well yeah, I'll block just to get that Arbiter off the battlefield. And then we Eternal Witness the Arbiter. I guess that's what we want to do here. So I feel like we definitely have to flicker the wolf first. Okay. That could be an untapped land, which could get us our Arbiter back right away. See if the opponent blocks. Probably not. It's possible. Nope. So if we... Yeah, I think we just path it. Because we have the Arbiter. We should have just... I guess we should have pathed on our turn because the Arbiter... They don't actually search. But whatever. So now next turn we can do this Eternal Witness shenanigans. Okay, fetch land, not ideal. Anger of the Gods. It happened. Yep. Just going right into that Arbiter. Boom, make you sweat. No, I don't have it. Alright, so I guess I'll go no and no. So we draw an Angel though. We can play a Grizzly Bear. I'm gonna go yes and yes. Alright, so we have... I think I just want to play a Sphinx here. Now that you got that anger out of the hand. And I guess we will... So we could Violent a Flicker Wisp on our end step and target the Stomping Grounds so they can't Titan us this turn. That was one line we could have done. But I guess they're going to get like a Valakut and a Mountain. Two Valakuts, okay. So on the end step, I will choose yes. So if I flicker a Valakut, it won't come back, and then we can Path to Exile the Titan. Doesn't change anything. So if we path now, we're just going to get a mountain and target our Flicker Wisp, and we'll get to attack with the Kitchen Finks. If we attack with Flicker Wisp first, and then we path, then he'll just target the Wisp. We have an untapped Finks, so I guess it doesn't really matter which way we do it. If we attack with both, maybe the opponent will think that it's like a Restoration Angel, and we're just trying to gain an extra 2 life, so they might not block. Sun Lance the Primeval Titan after they block the Finks, that'd be neat. I don't think they're gonna fall for it though. Alright, so since this is our 4th land, we can't disguise it. Just play it. Activate. Yes. This guy. Okay. Yes. And path to exile. Man, that Anger of the Gods was pretty brutal. And they get their Valakut back after they kill our Flicker Wisp. Or Eternal Witness. Interesting. Hope you're on empty. Can't beat another Titan here. That's alright. It's a more fair Magic card than Primeval Titan. It's very good on this board though. Okay, so now you kill our Flicker Wisp. Probably don't want to kill our Finks. Maybe you kill our Finks. No, just us. Alright, let's draw something good. And that's not great. We are going to take the damage though. Because Huntmaster's flipping. It's going to deal damage to the Finks. It's 2 damage to target opponent and 2 damage to one creature they control. So I think we want to let it die and then Township. We could Township in response. That would make it a 4/3 with 2 damage on it. Or we could do it afterwards, which would make it a 3/2 and we gain 2 life. Which I think is better. Because we want him to attack. So Finks persists back. Still in the upkeep. So we gain the 2 life back, the Ravager of the Fells dealt us. And our Finks sticks around, ready to block that wolf if it comes in. I guess if the opponent now plays a mountain, they can permanently kill our Finks. Because it persists back, and then we can't put a counter on it. Yeah, I think we might be falling for that. If it's a fetch land, then the opponent kind of has the... Yeah, I guess we have to take it. If the opponent attacks with wolf, that means they have a mountain of some kind. Okay, yep. It was. So we can go to 5. Since both triggers go on the stack, you have to choose a target so they can't like choose the Finks, it comes back, choose the other Finks. So that's why that would not work. Why is there another trigger? Oh, we played a land too, so we're just actually legitimately dead. Okay, well, that game kind of turned around with the anger of the gods. That was kind of the key turn. Alright, good games.